Yo, what's up with y'all, man? If y'all have already read the title of this video, you already know what this video is about. I'm finally preparing to drive home. Please excuse the whole bummy look, the bonnet, the hoodie. You know, it is 6 in the morning, so y'all get that. But basically, we are just about packed. This is what the car is looking like right now. We got some stuff in the front, you know, nothing too crazy. But then in the back, you know, we got a lot of things, you know, clothes, a lot of stuff that, you know, I bring home, like a lot of old clothes and stuff that I bring home that I don't wear anymore. And then if we go to the trunk, hold on, we go to the trunk, it's a lot of the same things, shoes and stuff like that. So, you know, we packed. You could see we packed. So basically all I'm about to do now is just do my last second checks of my room and my crib just to make sure I didn't forget anything. But yeah, bro, we are finally getting ready to go home. It's crazy because I have not been home in 6 months. I ain't seen my family in like 6 months in person, which is crazy, but it's also something I'm kind of used to, you know what I'm saying? Just being at school all the time and, you know, playing ball. I ain't really been home a long time. We're saying bye to the room for the last time, or for the 2 weeks that I will not be here. Bye. Gotta definitely say bye to the closet, you know what I'm saying? It looks so empty now that I've taken like so much out of it to bring home. This is my bathroom for anybody that's interested, but you're probably not. But anyway, before we go, y'all gonna get a quick little travel fit of the day. So this hoodie, this is just a blank hoodie. Shout out to Blank Nights. Then on the legs, we got just some joggers, some MC joggers. MC is my school, Mississippi College. So, you know, nothing too crazy. You see, we got the I Slide slides on the feet, code JUSTINE. You know what I'm saying? Go tap into that. You feel me? This right here, Lululemon crossbody bag. I got this in Vegas at Caesar's Palace. I bought it for $50. Don't be like me. Unnecessary amount of money I had to pay for this, but yeah. So as you can see, we comfy, we comfortable. You know, we not, you know, dressed in nothing crazy because, you know, it is a 12-hour road trip. This is a 12-hour road trip, and I'll get more into that as we start the drive. But yeah, 12 hours. So we just trying to make it at this point. You feel me? But I think we ready to go. I didn't leave anything. The car's all packed, and so it's time to get to it, man. We just got gas, as y'all saw, and I think that wraps up just about the preparation to go home. It's currently just about 7 a.m. I was trying to leave before 6, but that ended up not happening. This is a 12-hour road trip. The thing is, 12 hours, I can do that in one day. But the thing is, obviously, I don't know if I want to put that much stress on my body. And so I'm still thinking about possibly getting a hotel. Now, obviously, that would be more money, but I think, you know, for me personally, 12 hours is a lot because it's not just getting home once I get home, but I'm one of those people that once I get home, I got to set things up, prepare, make sure everything is in place. So obviously that's more time. And then after driving all day for 12 hours, that's like, it's kind of just like too much. But we might consider doing that. And not only that, you know, y'all might as well come and see how much money I spend on a road trip so far. So the gas we just got, we just had to fill up the tank. We're about half tank, and you know, gas is cheap right now, so let's just enjoy that right now. My car is pretty fuel efficient, so half the tank was only about $20, so that's $20, you know, to the total. But then most of the other money will be just spent on more gas and food, obviously. But yeah, we gonna track that and just see how much money, you know, I'm gonna spend on this trip, because I'm curious myself just to see, like, do I need to spend more or spend less? Am I spending enough? You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see about that too. But when it comes to food right now, you know, obviously we're good because, you know, I got me a little snack pack, so, you know, we ain't gotta stop or eat breakfast anywhere. I already ate at the crib. So how I plan on this going is that, you know, obviously I'm just driving, so it's not too much to that. So I'll check in with y'all every like 2-3 hours. I got a idea of where I want to stop next once I get out of here, out of the Jackson, Mississippi area. So every 2 to 3 hours, I just check in with y'all, tell y'all what's going on, tell y'all how I'm doing, and just things that are on my mind and stuff like that. Basically, bro, it is 7 a.m. We are trying to get on this road just to get there as quick as we can. And yeah, bro. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forever. Dear Lord, I just want to say thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing me to just wake up, be healthy, be in my right mind, Lord. I ask that you just help me, protect me, grant me traveling mercies on my way back, Lord, home or wherever my destination is, Lord. Please guide the mechanics of the car. Please guide my hands and my feet as I control the car, Lord. And please guide and protect everybody who is traveling today and this weekend for the holiday season. Please bless and protect those who are driving, who will be driving alongside me on the road, Lord, and help me just get to my destination safely. Thank you for everything. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, so now we're actually ready. Don't be traveling, before you pray. Make sure you pray first. You feel me? One thing I also didn't mention as I'm driving is that when I first start driving, especially on long road trips, I don't even listen to music for like the first few hours. If y'all been tapped into my other videos or the last road trip I took or the last time I drove any type of distance, I listened to a lot of like news the first time or the first few hours of when I travel. If y'all don't believe me, this is actually what I got on right now. I paused it because I was making this little clip, but yeah, bro, we tapped into that NPR, and if you know, you know. That's just who I am, bro. Honestly, I'm just one of those people. I feel like I have to be informed, and especially like me driving as long as I am, like it's like, why would I just, be driving and not want to know what's going on in the world? You know what I'm saying? Just to be informed, because I'm just that type of person. Some of y'all may be different. Some of y'all might just be jumping into it right away, trying to turn up and all that. But me, I like take 1 to 2 hours, like the first 1 to 2 hours, and just like listen to what's going on. And then, if we stop again, or like once I'm done with that, and then I turn up, bro. It is 7 a.m. We are trying to get home as soon as possible. So like I said, next time I check in with y'all is the next time I stop, which will be in probably about 2 or 3 hours. So I'll see y'all then.
3 hours later.
Ambition is priceless. Something that's in your veins.
Yo, so one of the things that's like the most depressing shit about like driving these long distances is like getting like to an intersection or an exit and then realizing you just gotta go 100, 200 miles in a new direction. Like, I literally just got past Memphis now, right? And I'm looking at the GPS like, okay, where I gotta go next? Because like, I'm kind of excited, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 2-3 hours in the trip now, and it's like, I'm just trying to see where we need to go. Bro, literally, as soon as I make this intersection, it's like, go another 200 miles this way. And I was like, oh my gosh. So basically, bro, we got like another 200 miles before we get to I think by that time we'll probably be like Nashville, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're literally just driving, you know what I'm saying? Literally just driving. This is what it looks like, outside. We got a little bit of traffic. Y'all should have seen Mississippi, bro. There was literally nothing in Mississippi. All the way coming up to Memphis, bro, it was literally nobody on the roads, nothing. But we got a little bit of traffic because we're just kind of leaving the city now. So there's a few people on the roads, but it also is Saturday, so you don't expect to see a lot of people like driving and all that. But yeah, bro, we're well on our way. And y'all also know on like long drives, one of the main ways you got to pass the time is with that music. So I actually had put a poll on my Instagram while I was driving a few hours ago. And well, not while I was driving, before I was driving. Let's not get to before I started the trip. But I put a poll on my Instagram and I was just like, I need some new music suggestions, put me on. So I was looking through some of the answers you guys had, and I was trying to choose stuff that I hadn't known or already hadn't heard already. And somebody recommended this song Retro Flow by G Herbo, which I've never heard. So we're not trying to get copyrighted on this, so we gonna cut it up so it's not just playing the whole thing. But we gonna listen to the song, the track, and review your suggestion, my boy. So let's see what's going on.
Packs came in, rolling woods to see what they all on tour shit. Fast freak bitches don't abort, and I was broke. These other rappers act like CB. Come and give me that. Put my life on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's enough of that. It started off alright, and then it just. Nah, bro. Y'all. Matter of fact, y'all cut. I'm gonna go back to the poll later on. Y'all cut right now, cause I wasn't fuck with that at all. But since y'all watching, y'all can kind of get a little taste of what I listen to while I be driving. So I'm gonna put y'all on to some classics. And the thing about driving is that you cannot listen to single tracks. You have to listen to whole albums because it helps the time pass obviously quicker. But then like the album, usually if you're listening to a good artist, kind of tells a story. So from beginning to end, it's like you're listening to a story, and by the time the album's over, it's like an hour that it done passed. You know what I'm saying? So we gon' bring it back in, and we gonna listen to some of my favorite albums. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm a big Pusha T fan, and this album right here, if y'all can see it, this album right here, hey, Daytona, that's gonna be the first one on the list, man. Let's get it.
Boy, I'm waving at you, boy. Message in this music, all my niggas had to live out. Too real amongst all of this pink hair.
So that was the first album. If you already knew, you're a real one. If you didn't know, you're welcome. But next album. Hey, Burden of Proof, Benny the Butcher. If you know, you're a real one. If you don't know, go ahead and find out.
Niggas is talking about shit, this and that. I know what the fuck it is with me.
Last year was about Brandon, just one about expanding.
What you know about being out in the valley, the plug action for Addy?
Bro, if this ain't the most like inconsiderate stuff I'd have never seen. So this truck right in front of me decides that it thinks it can go faster than this bus in the right lane. And then now we've been at the 70-mile-per-hour standstill for about 5 minutes. Like, bro, come on, bro. It gotta be like the biggest pet peeve while driving. Like that right there. Like, bro, get your behind in that right lane, bro. You are not moving as fast as you think you are, bro. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled program.
That's what they judge us off, but that's just the pressure of being next. Gave my life to the game, had my mama concerned, and made a call when she saw what I got in return. They ain't know me then, but they checking now. The best player getting drafted in the 7th round. Said I'ma be a legend soon, said I'm a legend now.
So that's basically the end of that album. That was 2 albums, and that took about an hour and a half. But I have not stopped, and so we are gonna stop soon just to be able to walk around, stretch my legs a little bit. So I need to just find like a little travel spot or travel, rest spot right here so that I could use the bathroom and all that. Yo, so we have officially made our first stop. I'm actually really impressed with myself because we went about 5, really going on 6 hours just driving, no stops. But we stopped right now just to, use the bathroom and get some gas. Gas was $38, so that adds on to the $20 that we used before we left. And then, of course, y'all wondering like, well, what about the food costs? Because, you got to be hungry, Justin. You got to get some food. Y'all already know I packed the snack pack, so, that's going to hold me over for a little bit. But one thing I didn't tell y'all is that the night before I went on this trip, I actually was really hungry. I didn't have any food in my fridge because I didn't get groceries because I knew I was going to leave. So I was like, let me just, hold it out. I did what any logical human being would do, and I went and got Chinese takeout. And when I tell you I got a lot of Chinese takeout, I got a lot. I got this bag right here full of rice and lo mein and fried rice and chicken and all types of stuff. I got this slightly smaller bag right here that got basically the same stuff. And I ate a little bit last night, but this was $75 worth of food that I spent, yesterday, the night before. So we can add that on to the total of the whole trip, the whole road trip so far. Because it's only fair because that is like our food expense. Because I don't plan on buying or getting any more food for this trip as long as I got that with me. You feel me? Remember I told y'all before about how I was considering maybe getting a hotel or somewhere to stay, or deciding to make the trip in one day? I decided to get like a hotel because here's the thing. Like I said, I can make the trip in a day because at this rate I'm going right now, I would probably get home, home is Columbus, Ohio. I would get home around like 7-8 p.m. The thing with me is, if y'all know me, it's not just a matter of getting home. I need to be able to get home, put my stuff up, make sure everything is organized, set it up so that I feel like I'm actually living in the spot. You know what I'm saying? And that takes time too. And I know I'm going to be exhausted, just from driving. So I got me a hotel, which is about 2 hours away from where I'm at now. And then I'll make the rest of the trip tomorrow. Oh, this sounds kind of bad, but the hotel room for the night was about, when you added everything up, was about 115 bucks. So we can add that to the cost. 115 bucks for one night instead of just driving the whole way. Jeez. Yeah, what are you doing, bro? So anyway, bro, that's where we are now. I don't exactly know where that puts our total. That's 20 plus another 38 plus the food. So that's like 200 some dollars. That's 200 some dollars. That's actually kind of a lot. We got 2 more hours, like I said, till we get to our little hotel that we staying at. And yeah, bro.
A few moments later.
What's up with y'all? So as I was driving, this thought just kind of popped into my head, right? Of course I'm driving and I'm a little younger than most people on the road. You know, I'm just a young person. And so I'm naturally going to be driving faster than a lot of other people. You know, because a lot of times they be driving too slow on the highway anyway. Like, y'all be driving way too slow. If your ass ain't going 80 or over, get your ass in the right lane. I'm just saying it right now. But anyway, I love how I be passing people, right? And it's like, as soon as you pass them, they always want to like give you like this scowl, this stare into who's driving the car. Like, they want to see who's driving the car, who's driving such a way. And of course, if you know what my car look like, y'all know my windows is tinted. So I got 5% tint all the way around, and then the windshield is 50. So you're not gonna be able to see inside that thing, right? So it's like, I was just thinking about how much I love tinted windows. Like, I don't know, if you have a car and you don't have tinted windows, I don't know what you're doing. Now, most people I see now do have them, but it's like, if you don't have tinted windows, like, what are you doing? Because it's for situations exactly like this. When people want to see who's inside the car and they can't see, it just gives me more satisfaction because you want to see inside the car, but you really can't see inside it. You feel me? So, I don't know. I was just thinking about that because I just did that to like somebody just now, and they looking at my car like, you know what I'm saying, like trying to scare me or something, right? And you don't know who's inside the car. It could be anybody. It's black. Get you some tinted windows. That's the moral of the story. But right now, I think we're in Kentucky. As y'all can see, nothing to really see out here. You feel me? Same old, same old. We're almost there. We're almost at the hotel. I'm not gonna lie, the closer and closer I get, the more I kind of regret it. Now, like I said, I explained my reasons before as to why I got the hotel, because, you know, I need to be able to like set up and pack, and that takes time, and I know I'm gonna be tired if I went just the whole 12 hours. So obviously what I plan on doing once I get to this hotel is trying to be as productive as I can, trying to do and edit as much content as I can, you know, get videos done and other things. So, you know, that's the upside to it, because like I said, I did pay $115 for this hotel for one night, which isn't that expensive for hotels, but you know, I'm in college. $115 is nothing to play about. Once we get here, we're gonna make sure that we be productive. I'm gonna talk to y'all once I get there though, because I was just thinking in my mind about something I wanted to talk about to y'all once I get in the hotel, because I must expand on it more. But this past 6 months, really this past football season, this past semester has been a lot, you know, for everybody, but for me too. And I kind of wanted to talk about it, and kind of wanted to talk about what I've learned and how I feel like it can apply to other people's lives. Because honestly, when I was thinking about it in the car, and I was thinking about, dang, like, Justin, you really made it past this semester, and I had a good GPA, even though I was at one point hella stressed with school. I finished strong. And like, it's like now I got some free time. I was able to travel and go to Vegas, as y'all saw in the last video. So like, obviously for these few weeks, life is looking up, you feel me? Because school is not in the way. Y'all know football wasn't going great as well. Like, and I'm gonna expand on that, but we didn't do well in our season. I broke my hand for a period of time. So it was a lot going on basically. And so I was kind of like just thinking as I was driving, and I was like, bro, like, you still made it. You still made it past this semester. You know, and that obviously just gave me confidence to let me know that, like, of course, I know I'm gonna graduate with this master's. Like, I'm gonna be good. Like, cause just knowing who I am, I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna see it through. You feel me? And so I was just thinking about that, about how far, like, you know, I've come in life, and just this semester in general. You know, just to put it under a time microscope. And I wanted to like talk to y'all because I feel like I learned a lot in these last 6 months, more than really any other 6-month period in my life. And I felt like it was important to talk to y'all about that. And so it might get kind of deep, you feel me? But I really want y'all to hear that conversation and what I have to say. And obviously excited to see and hear what y'all got in response to that. So yeah, we almost there. We got about an hour now before we get to the hotel. And yeah, I'll see y'all then, bro.
1 hour later.
So we in our hotel room, as y'all could see. Just being who I am, bro, like it was just like, I was in my room, I was eating, and I was like, bro, I need to get a workout in. You feel me? Like, cause I was just like, I need to get a workout in. You know, I need to get that work in. They got a cool little like, you know, gym setup. It ain't nothing much, but we can, you know, we can make use of it. You feel me? So we finna go just get this workout in, bro. And y'all gonna come with me and see what I do real quick. It won't be nothing too crazy, nothing too long, but we finna go get this work in, bro, you know, and so that, you know, once we done, we can feel better about ourselves, obviously. But then it's like, you know, when you get that workout in, your body feels a lot better. You know, you wake up the next morning, you feel more like tight, you feel me? And it's gonna make me feel better, of course, finishing the last stretch of my drive as I go home. So I've already decided in my mind that I'm gonna do it. So it's like, it's no backing out now. Like, let's not make excuses. Let's just do it. So y'all come along. We finna get this work in, man. Let's go.
Caught the eye of another trailblazer who sought to change his nation.
And even people come to Teresa. Ram has a truck for you. During the Ram Wrap Up the Year sales event, get 10
Later.
I'm not gonna lie, I just love hotel lights, bro. Like, it's the brightest bathroom you're gonna ever be in. When you in a hotel, that's the brightest bathroom you're gonna ever be in. Like, for real. What's up with y'all, man? Let me talk to y'all, man. So, as y'all have already seen, we got to the hotel, we got a good workout in, and now we are back in the room, just kind of chilling. I'm very actually intrigued and excited about this part of the video and making this part of the video, because I had explained before in the video when I was driving how, you know, I wanted to talk about kind of the experiences I've had these last 6 months and what I've learned from it. And as I kept kind of formulating in my mind what I was gonna say, it just kept coming together. And I realized, damn, I have a lot to say about what has been my life for this past half a year. And even when I was working out, I still was like thinking like, bro, what am I gonna say? Or how am I gonna put this all together? Because the thing was, I had so much to say, because thinking about all that, you know, was happening with me this year, it was like, bro, once I put this together, you know, it's gonna be a lot. So it just kind of kept formulating in my mind, bro. And eventually, once I got out the shower and got situated, I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna make this part of the video, because this is like the intimate part of the video. This is when I actually talk to y'all and, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, really talk to y'all and we having a conversation, man. So I knew I was gonna have so much to say that I actually have like a paper here, and I kind of have like what I'm gonna say written down in like outlines. It's just like a little rough thing. It ain't nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? Just little bullet points, dirty notes. But it's gonna help me organize my thoughts so I'm not just rambling at y'all forever. But I'm gonna try and keep this part kind of as raw and as uncut as I can, because I do feel like this is real. What I'm about to say is real, and I wanna, you know, have it come, you know, from a real place. But I guess to start, you know, obviously like everybody else, you know, I went through a lot this year, went through a lot of change this year. If y'all already don't know, you know, I transferred schools this year. I went from Mizzou to a D2 called Mississippi College. And anybody who already knows me knows I'm not from the South. I've never been in Mississippi, never thought I'd be in a place like that. So obviously, new school, new setting, new team, new coaches, new teammates, new everything. I mean, it's like, that's a big change, you know? So obviously that adjustment it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just like the fast forward through how this season went, we didn't do good at all. And it was tough, bro. It was tough. The main reason why I feel like we didn't do good was like the structure, the organization, and really, you know, the coaching. And I'm not the one to blame coaches. At the end of the day, us as players were the ones out there on the field, but there was clearly a lack of organization and structure within the program, which obviously me being a new player was very disappointed in, because I felt like the program would be farther along than what it was when I came in. So yeah, like to just kind of put it all, you know, together, you know, we didn't do good. We finished the season 3-7. And if you know how D2 works, you need to like at least win your conference or have a really good record, like close second, to even make the playoffs. And then they have like a playoff system all the way to the national championship. So obviously we weren't even close to doing that. So we went 3-7. I broke my hand and I missed a few games, and I was in a cast for a few weeks, which is like the first real injury I've ever had while playing football, and first injury where I've ever missed time. And that was just a weird and also uncomfortable experience, not having like the use of my hand. And then it's also my first semester of grad school. I didn't even mention that. So, I mean, you know, if you know, at my last school, Mizzou, I got a journalism degree. So in this master's I'm getting my MBA, like I'm taking a lot of like accounting and finance and math classes that it's not really my strong suit, and it's something I'm not really used to taking. So that was tough too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, school stressed me out for a moment in time this semester. Like, there was at least one class where I felt like it wasn't gonna end well for me, you feel me? But we made it through. That's the main thing. We made it through, and we did pretty good too. So grateful for that. But anyway, you get the point. All that was going on, bro. And it's like, obviously we're not doing good in football. The season's not going well. So football starts to feel like a burden and starts to feel like it's getting in the way of everything else, right? And it was tough, bro. Like, it was just tough. I mean, you know, feeling like as a player, I wasn't doing enough. And, you know, I had my moments, I was making plays, but with my injury, I was out for a little bit, and then I had a cast on while I was in the game, and I wasn't being used as much as I was before, which was, you know, frustrating, you know, but I also understood it. And it was just, it was a tough year, bro. It was a tough year, y'all. And, you know, for all my athletes listening and watching this right now, bro, y'all already know how those types of years go, bro. Like, I worked as hard as I could in the off season, finally felt like I had a real opportunity, and it just didn't go the way I wanted it to go, bro, you know? So it is what it is. But during this semester, during this past few months, you know, I was really down because of everything that was going on. And so, you know, just feeling like I wasn't doing enough as a player, wasn't doing enough as a person because I wasn't doing well as a player, and everything just kind of piled on top of another. And, you know, there was one point in the semester where I was really having a hard time, bro, you know, for real, to keep it simple. With all that going on this past few months and this past semester, there were a few things that I feel like I learned about myself. And when I think about those things, I feel as if this year had to happen in order for me to develop as a young man and also as a player. And so these are things that I feel like can apply to everybody, you know, in their athletic careers, but also their lives. So anybody, my young athletes, guys who want to be playing in college, who are in college right now, you know, if you're watching this video, I just want y'all to listen to some of these things I gotta say, bro, because, you know, from my experiences, I feel like these are really, you know, important. You know what I'm saying? They've been important for me, at least. The number one thing I wrote down, bro, was perspective. Always have perspective. One thing I always like to tell myself and tell other people is that life is all about perspective. Basically, life is all about what you see or how you see things. Life is all about how you see certain situations. So obviously, my perspective, I'm coming from a big time SEC school, and now I'm at a D2 school, a good D2 school, like a good school, but the football program ain't all that yet. You know what I'm saying? And so my perspective of being where I was before, it obviously caused me to kind of look down at where I was now. Now, that doesn't mean I wasn't going to work hard and try and take advantage of the opportunity, but it was almost like unavoidable in my mind that I felt like somewhat I was above this. You know what I'm saying? And so, and other people's perspective, like other teammates, they might have came from JUCO. And so where they were at now, this school was a lot nicer than what they're used to. But, you know, there's also both sides to that coin. So perspective, though, perspective is so important, bro, because perspective, like I said, is how you see things. So perspective is how you see something, and that's gonna affect your mindset when approaching something. So perspective is something I look at when everything doesn't seem to be going right for me. Football wasn't going right. I was injured. School was stressing me out. I still had to look at the fact that, like, yo, I'm on full scholarship. I'm not paying for school. I'm playing football, playing the game I love, and I'm getting a master's. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got my health, I got my life, I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? And those may seem like basic things. Like, I know that's always the fallback. Like, I'm alive, yeah, thank you God. Like, yeah, but it's like, bro, we cannot take that stuff for granted, because one thing that y'all really like pointed out to me, and I love that I got so many messages when I was making my walk-on videos that I posted on TikTok and Instagram, where I was kind of basically posting videos about my walk-on experience and the tryout out and how I basically, you know, walked on. And a lot of y'all hit me up and were telling me about just all y'all different journeys and stories. I remember one guy hit me up and he was like, this is my second JUCO I'm at now. And it was somewhere in California. I don't really remember. But he was telling me how he's driving like an hour plus to school every day just to play ball. And he's trying to, you know, get the attention of the coaches and so he can get a scholarship and eventually transfer. And I mean, it's like, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And obviously that brought to my attention how many young men, how many of us are really doing whatever it takes to make this football thing work, or to at least use football for better opportunities in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all watching this video right now are in JUCO. You may be in D3, you may be in NAIA, you may be at any level, you know what I'm saying? And you might not be on scholarship, you may be on scholarship, whatever your situation is, bro, but y'all trying to make it happen. And so that just brought to my attention, like, how many people are still, like, they're looking up to me and they're saying, I want to be where you're at. And that was obviously very humbling, but it also made me very grateful, because obviously I'm looking at my life and I'm finding the things that are wrong in my life and not going well in my life and nitpicking this and that. And there's people that look at me and they're like, bro, you're doing it. I want to be where you're at. And so we take that idea a little bit further, bro. And, you know, y'all stay with me here because I'm getting somewhere with this. But we take that idea a little bit further. That also then brought to my attention, like, how, not pointless, but for lack of a better word, how pointless the idea of destinations are. So a lot of us, we go through all this pain and strain and work to, like, get a certain destination. It's once I get that job, once I start making a little bit of money, once I get to the league, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be happy, everything's gonna be right with the world. And it's like, think about it like this. If you are somewhere where someone else looks at you and strives to be where you're at, what makes you think that you getting to the next step or your goal is going to make you happy if you're not fully satisfied with the life you have now? So when I compare that to my life, obviously I'm happy with life. I'm not at all unhappy with my life. I'm very satisfied and content with what I'm doing and what I'm continuing to do in my life, but I'm not complacent. I still want to grow. I still want to achieve. I still want to do more things. But if somebody's telling me, yo, I want to be where you're at, I love what you're doing, it looks like your life is, you know, it looks like you're doing good in life, but I'm, of course, nitpicking and looking at things in my life that aren't going right, what makes me think that once I get to the league or accomplish a certain goal that I've always wanted, that I will then all of a sudden be happy? Life is going to continue to be life. Like, there's always going to be something to worry about. There's always going to be something that's wrong, that's not right, that needs to be fixed, that's going on. There's always going to be some type of drama, something that's just not how you want it to be. So what makes you think that because once I get to this level, once I make it to the league, once I do this, I'm going to be good? Because I know guys in the league, bro. I know, and I've talked to people in the league, and it's just as hard and it's just as much of a grind as college football is, because most guys aren't guys on these long-term contracts making all this money. Most of these, you know, guys that you see are undrafted free agents or on short-term contracts where they're being traded or they're waiting for a call from a team after getting cut, or they're on and off the practice squad. On the practice squad, they get cut, they have to get flown out to another team. Like, it's so much going on, bro. So, but they're living the dream. They're in the league. That's where we want to be. So it's almost like a be careful what you wish for type of situation, bro. So I say all that to say, like, perspective is key, bro. Perspective is everything. Life is perspective. The way you look at things is the way your mind is going to approach things. And that's going to affect your whole mindset and your whole approach to life. So having a good perspective and a mature perspective is key, bro. It's probably the most important thing I'm gonna talk about here. Perspective is everything. And one thing when talking about perspective that I kind of already touched was comparison, bro. I think a lot of y'all have heard the term comparison is the thief of joy. And like I said, you know, before, when you're comparing yourself to other people or wishing that you are on the level that other people are, it's like understanding that, you know, if people wish to be where you're at right now and you're still, you know, finding things that are wrong in your life, it's the same thing for the people you look up to. So comparison is a thief of joy. That's also a gem. With all this going on, you know what I'm saying? One thing that I feel like football has kind of afforded me or allowed me to do is get closer in my faith. And I know when y'all hear that, y'all gonna be like, oh, is he gonna start talking about God and Jesus? And I mean, I got no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? I am a Christian. I'm not perfect, but I'm a Christian, and I'm very you know, I'm very proud of that, you know, not trying to hide that at all. What I'm saying is that, like, football and really any type of sport or just life in general is going to put you through things to where it's almost like you're not going to have anybody else to talk to or call on but a higher power, whoever you may believe in, you know. So for me, during the years from Mizzou till now, especially like I said, this past year, I've been, you know, praying a lot and relying on God to bring me through. And he did. He has. He brought me through this semester. So God got me, and God got you too. You know, all these difficulties that you're going through right now, it's for a reason, bro. Like I said, you know, use it to get closer to God, get closer to your faith, to your spiritual side, whatever you do, because that matters a lot. Really, the last thing I kind of wanted to say was the idea of like change, bro. So I talked about before how like I felt like this past season we didn't do well because, you know, we didn't have the right structure and organization and program. And when we talk about the idea of change, I've obviously been through a lot of change this year, you know, moving from a new state, a new part of the country, a new school, all that. And a lot of us have gone through a lot of change in our lives too. And one thing that has just happened, you know, at the school I'm at right now is that we just got a new head coach, which in my opinion, I think is really good because I loved the last coaches that we had because they were great people. But, you know, sometimes when a change is needed, a change is needed. And I'm glad that there was enough, you know, sense to see that a change was needed because, I don't know if I could have gone through another year like that, you know, but we just got a new head coach. Now, obviously, I don't know much about, you know, the new coach or, you know, what he's going to do or what he's going to bring in. I've only had just one conversation with him, and that was through Zoom with the whole team. But I mean, you know, it's an exciting time because, of course, you know that there's a clean slate and that it's going to be something different than what's done before. And that's really what we need. Just something different, something exciting, something fresh, something for the players to believe in, you know? And so that's the upside. That's the optimism in me, kind of just being happy about that. And so when you're going through all this stuff, obviously everything ties in. Your perspective is going to affect how your mind sees things. And if you have an optimistic perspective, obviously there's something that you can always look forward to, be excited for, and like that. And that's something I'm excited for. That's something that's keeping and driving me to continue to try and be better, to stay in shape, to work out like I just did like today. Like I would have never, you know, thought that I would be working out in a hotel gym. But when I came here, I was like, you know, I made a commitment to myself that I wanted to be the best I could be. So we got to get it in whenever we could. But part of that is because I know that change is coming. And, you know, we don't know, or I don't know what the change may be. You know, it might be good for me, it might be bad for me, but I know that there's going to be change, and that's exciting. You know what I'm saying? That's something to look forward to. So, you know, it keeps me optimistic. That's kind of all I wanted to say, you know, to y'all. It's kind of like a little life update plus like life lesson type of thing. Not that I'm really in the space to like give y'all life lessons. Like I'm 22 years old. I'm young. I still got a lot of life to live, hopefully. But, you know, obviously I've been through some things, and for those watching, I feel like y'all watch this channel to kind of see my life, see my experiences, so that you can kind of use that as inspiration or motivation to take action in your own lives. So I'm just trying to tell y'all my truth, and what I feel like this past year has taught me, this past really 6 months has taught me, and what it's gonna you know, make me into. I see myself, you know, this next off season and this next season coming up, this football season, being a better leader, a more vocal leader, someone that others look up to, but someone that also, of course, listens, because that's my goal. I want to be a leader for my team. I want to be a leader for my teammates. I want to be someone that they look to and say, he's going to get his job done. He's a guy that we can count on. And if I want to be that, you know, I have to be able to put in the work, but also have the right mindset. And I think this past season, I worked hard, but I didn't have the completely right mindset. And there was a lot of factors that contributed to that. But at the end of the day, that's my mindset and that's my responsibility, because the only things you can control are your attitude, and your effort. Yeah, that's what I see myself, you know, becoming. And I think this past year, half year, 6 months, really set up for me to try and do that. So yeah, bro, I guess that's kind of all that I had to say. I guess the point is that, you know, whatever you're going through in life, for a lot, especially for my athletes, bro, have a good perspective. Keep, you know, a good perspective, a good mindset. At the end of the day, there's people on the other side of the world that don't even have basic needs. You know, you can think of it like that. Like, there's people literally in third world countries that are dealing with violence, corruption, war, all these types of things. So it's like, at the end of the day, what we see as important isn't really that important, but it's important to us. So, but it's always good to have a good perspective. You know, if you think about stuff like that, then you'll, you know, start to be grateful for everything that you do have in your life, even if not everything is going right. But always have a good perspective, bro. Perspective is everything. I'm gonna say it again. Perspective is everything. Life is perspective. How you look at something and how you see a certain situation is how you're gonna approach it. So have a good perspective. Stay optimistic. Keep God in your life, bro. If you believe, keep praying, keep believing, keep talking to God, because He's the only one that can get you through whatever you're going through. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be times when nobody else is around. So you ain't got to be perfect, but keep God in your life, bro. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. Hopefully y'all got something from that, man. This is my little TED Talk. And this is probably going to be the end of the video, man. I just wanted to make sure I said that part and I said my piece when it came to that. And hopefully y'all took something from that. Yeah, you got this, bro. Keep going, keep striving, keep working to be as good as you can be, and you'll be all right. Appreciate y'all tuning in. If you here at this point, man, y'all already know you a real one. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all for all the love and support, all the comments and the love and the everything when I see on TikTok and Instagram. I appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with a friend, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Till next time, man.